My name is Terran McGinnis, and I am the Manager of Community Development here at Marineland Dolphin Adventure. I have been interested in and involved with the Marineland Right Whale Project ever since I started here in 2001. Now, it's a little bit confusing. The Marineland Right Whale Project actually refers to this town of Marineland that houses us, Whitney Lab, the Marineland Marina, Ripple Effect Eco Tour, the GTM Research Reserve buildings are here. So there's this nice, beautiful little town that is full of great folks doing marine research, and the Marineland Right Whale Project is housed here as well. So it's not part of Marineland Dolphin Adventure, but we're very excited to be helping and supportive of this really important research effort that's happening here and that has been happening here for over 20 years now. And such a cool thing about living in this area. The most endangered of all the whales is the North Atlantic right whale, and they come right down here along our coast in order to give birth to their calves and then to nurse those calves for a few months until they get fat enough to be able to handle the cold weather up north. So most of the year, most of their lives, North Atlantic right whales live in really cold water off of New England, off of Canada. But a newborn calf doesn't have that really thick blubber layer to help keep them warm. So when a North Atlantic right whale female is pregnant and getting ready to give birth, she will start heading south, hugging the coastline. By the time she gets to somewhere around the Florida-Georgia border is usually where she'll deliver her calf, and then the two of them will continue moving south until they get to a place that feels safe and has that nice warmer water for them to spend the next few months nursing the baby, getting the baby fat enough so that they can handle the return trip home back up to cold water. The reason they want to go back up there is that's where the food is. So when they come down here, the baby is nursing and getting fatter and fatter and fatter. In fact, the milk that he's drinking from his mom is so rich that he can gain 100 pounds a day. But the mom is almost exclusively fasting while she's down here. The copepods, which are these little plankton that she likes to eat, are really found primarily in cold water, so we don't have them down here. So mom is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Baby's getting fatter and fatter and fatter. So usually around March or April, they'll turn around and head back up north. By that time, the baby can handle the cold, mom is hungry, and they're ready to go home. But for a few precious months, from December or January through March or April, they will be right off our coast here. And some great things to know about looking for them is that they're so close to shore that you don't need binoculars, you definitely don't need to be in a boat. Any elevated spot like where we are right now, where you have a good view of the ocean, is the best way to look for these guys. They're wanting to stay in the warmer water, which of course is the shallower water. They're wanting to avoid predators, avoid boat traffic. Sometimes we'll see them just right where the waves are breaking out there. So very easy to spot them, except for the fact that these are not whales with a big dorsal fin. So there's nothing that's really sticking up out of the water to help you find them. And also, remember, this is a new mom and a new baby, so they're not out there jumping around, right? So they're just kind of slowly moving through the water. So you have to really know what you're looking for. Sometimes people say it looks like the ridge of the back of an alligator, just a really low, little dark area popping out of the water, and that's what you're looking for. But the other fun thing is that the right whale's presence down here gets the dolphins and the seagulls all excited. So you'll see lots of bird activity, lots of dolphin activity. And when you see that, it's good to sort of keep your eye on that part of the ocean because there may be whales around as well. Another way to be pretty sure that you've seen a North Atlantic right whale is the really unique blow, right? So these guys breathe out of the blowhole on the top of their head, and they actually have 2 blowholes, and they're kind of set apart. So when they exhale, the breath goes out in a V. So on a cold day where their warm breath will condense in the air, you'll actually see a big V. And that is a definite sign that you've seen a North Atlantic right whale. So because these whales are so endangered, there's a lot of laws protecting them. And the most important law about the North Atlantic right whale is that we need to stay at least 500 yards away from them. And that means if we're swimming, it means if we're surfing, it means if we're on a paddleboard, it definitely means if we're in a boat or a jet ski, and it even means if we're in a plane or flying a drone. All of these things, if they get too close, can change the whale's behavior. And this is such a precious time for them, right? This is a new mom and a new calf, and the last thing we want to do is be scaring them and changing their behavior. And then also those larger vehicles can really be dangerous if the whale were to get hit, or vice versa. If the whale were to get scared and were to move their tail fluke quickly, the person on the vehicle could get injured as well. So 500 yards away is quite a distance. So you're not going to be right up on these whales. But these whales can get over 50 feet long and weigh over 50 tons. You don't need to be close. Literally a good high spot on the beach, maybe a dune walkover, or if you're lucky enough to be in a beachside condo and you can be on one of the upper floors, is the perfect place to see these whales from. There's lots of great coastal restaurants that people will go hang out at looking for whales in the winter time, and these are all perfect spots. So giving the whales their distance, being respectful of them, keeping our oceans clean, being aware of sustainable seafood. That means seafood that is caught using methods are not endangering the ocean itself and not endangering other species. So not using methods that may have bycatch, including right whales. And then really supporting the laws that are meant to ensure boat safe speeds around these whales and in areas that are known habitat for the right whales. All of those things are active decisions that you can make and conservation efforts you can be involved in to help protect the most endangered whale in the world. And we want those whales to stick around because it is just one more thing that makes this St. Augustine coastline so precious. Of all the other wildlife we have here too, now we can add to that knowing that this giant whale hugging our coastline, visible to the naked eye, that's something that not everybody can say. And we want to keep these guys around and safe and healthy. Giving them a distance, honoring them, observing them, appreciating them are all really great things that we can be doing as these guys come down our coast. If you see a whale, first of all, appreciate what you're seeing, because this is a species that has fewer than 400 individuals left. They are critically endangered. Every baby that's born is so special and so important for the future survival. So if you get to see a North Atlantic right whale, appreciate it first and foremost. But second, you want to alert the authorities. There are scientists and researchers all over this area in the wintertime who are wanting to know that the whales are here, wanting to know how successful their birth rates are, and also be able to identify these individuals. Every single right whale looks a little bit different, and there are catalogs that have been kept for years and years, decades and decades, of each whale. And so we can say, oh, that female, we've seen her here before with a different baby, and she's back with a new baby. And we can start to put together their life stories.